what's up everyone, it's me Pratima. So today's video is about the best phones under 40,000 rupees in India that you can buy right now. So many phones have launched in the past couple of months and I've been testing them all to give you my top picks while also talking about the ones that you need to seriously avoid. And the phones that you should really skip this time of the year are the Samsung Galaxy A55 and the Oppo Reno 12 Pro. They are not bad phones, to be honest. Both of them have a nice design, an excellent display and a decent set of cameras. But as far as performance is concerned, they both disappoint massively. The Exynos 1480 on the Galaxy A55 and the Dimensity 7300 on the Oppo Reno 12 Pro are far from the best performing processors in this segment, especially if you care about gaming. They don't give you the best FPS, and my biggest concern is after a year or two, they might slow down too. So if performance is your topmost priority, there are just so many great options out there. Let's start with the Realme GT6. It's got the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 chip inside, which is just a slightly underclocked version of the flagship Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. And I have absolutely loved gaming on this device. I actually reran all my gaming tests to prepare for this video and found some notable performance improvements versus when I first reviewed it. In everything from Genshin Impact to PUBG and Mobile Legends, the gaming performance here is just awesome. The GT60 still gets a bit warm in graphically demanding titles, but yeah, this is a fantastic gaming phone. Apart from gaming, it also brings an equally impressive display that can get plenty bright, first-class haptics as we've all come to expect from Realme, excellent battery life, while the cameras are yet another thing that I love about the GT6. Mostly this 2x telephoto lens which can take incredible portraits. The only thing that I am not fond of here is this design. I just think this dual tone finish looks a little dull, and maybe Realme could have gone with metal frames to complement that premium aesthetics as well. Likewise, I also don't like the total number of bloatware apps it has. It's just too much for such an expensive phone. So if you want something with a cleaner UI while still delivering a great gaming performance, then check out the OnePlus 12R. I know there are a ton of green line issues lately with OnePlus phones, but it seems like the newer OnePlus models is not affected by these issues. So here with the OnePlus 12R, you get the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip, which is actually more powerful than the 8s Gen 3 on the Realme GT6, mainly in terms of GPU, and hence you will get better gaming results here. Besides that, the OnePlus 12R's display, haptics and battery life are just as good as the Realme GT6. You also get a more premium hands-on feel, and I really like how its alert slider adds a lot of value to the overall experience too. As for the cameras, the OnePlus 12R does not have a telephoto lens for better portraits, but I must say its main camera is pretty dependable. Comparing it against the Realme GT6, I like how it manages better white balance and contrast on most of the occasions. I am sure most people are going to dig Realme's warm, punchy processing, but I personally prefer the OnePlus 12R here. Okay, so both the Realme GT6 and the OnePlus 12R seem like quite balanced phones, right? But if you're willing to compromise on the camera quality a bit and maybe a little on the software experience too, for the best performance per rupee spent, then you can't go wrong with the iQOO Neo 9 Pro. It is the cheapest Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 powered phone right now, and it manages the best FPS numbers under 40,000 in pretty much all the games that I tried, that too without getting uncomfortably warm. It also has a flat display compared to the curved ones on the other two, so no accidental touches to ruin your gaming sessions either, whereas the iQOO Neo 9 Pro is stocked with a ton of unique and useful gaming optimizations as well, including in-game haptics and game super resolution for sharper and cleaner graphics. The iQOO Neo 9 Pro's display and battery life are also more than impressive if you ask me. It has a slightly smaller 5160 mAh battery versus a 5500 mAh cell on the OnePlus 12R and the Realme GT6, although I am still getting like 7 to 8 hours of screen on time on this guy. Alright, so far I've talked about a bunch of phones with excellent performance and decent cameras, but what if you want excellent cameras and decent performance instead? Don't worry, the 40,000 segment is full of some great camera phones too. including the 2-year-old Pixel 7 Pro, which time and again is available for 40,000 rupees these days. And for that price, this thing easily has the most versatile camera setup among all the phones in my list. You get a large 1 by 1.31 inches main sensor, a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera with autofocus, and a 5x periscope zoom lens. And despite being a 2-year-old phone, the Pixel 7 Pro's cameras are quite stunning, I must say. You will admire how well it preserves that natural feel of the shot. That being said, the Pixel 7 Pro's dynamic range can take a hit in challenging conditions, and I also noticed frequent fluctuation in exposure levels while shooting videos. But the Pixel 7 Pro has more to offer than just great cameras, okay? Like a premium glass sandwich design, proper IP68 dust and water resistance, a gorgeous OLED display, crisp, tight haptic feedback, nice battery life, and clean stock Android software. The only thing that's not good here is the Tensor G2 chip, which certainly cannot handle heavy games that well. But if you want the best of the best camera experience, then you are going to have a blast with the Pixel 7 Pro. Moving on, I also found the new Vivo V40 to be a fantastic camera phone that you can consider in this very price range. I found that it's tuned in the exact opposite way compared to the Pixel 7 Pro. Nonetheless, its images definitely have a pleasing vibe to them. The colors are generally on the punchy side, but it's not overdone. It also maintains dynamic range quite well, and since the Vivo V40 uses a 50 megapixel sensor for both the wide and ultra wide angle camera, there is plenty of details to peek into. Even its portraits look pretty amazing despite the fact that it does not have a telephoto lens. But its videography department is not so good. There is no 4K 60 FPS option at all, and like the Pixel 7 Pro, this thing also struggles with exposure compensation a little. Plus, I really wished Vivo could have gone with a slightly faster chipset as well. This phone uses the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 chip, which was there on last gen Vivo V30 as well. So the performance here is nothing extraordinary. It is just decent enough for casual everyday work, but the occasional stutters I noticed here were quite a turnoff. Another phone that's similar to the Vivo V40 and the Pixel 7 Pro is Samsung's Galaxy S23 FE. I know the Galaxy S24 FE is launching pretty soon, but it's going to be pricier than before. So the last year's S23 FE still makes a total sense if you want a consistent, versatile camera experience for both photos as well as videos. I love that classic Samsung aesthetics in everything it captures, with just a pinch of vibrancy sprinkled across the board to make everything look so damn pleasing to the eyes. Its cameras, the display with those chonky bezels, and an average design are still a step below what you get on Samsung's true flagship phones, but considering the price gap, I can comfortably look past its few shortcomings. The Galaxy S23 FE also has the Exynos 2200 processor, which definitely does not compete that well with something like the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 or the 8S Gen 3, but unless you play a lot of demanding games, you should not have a problem with its everyday performance. By the way, it has also received all the Galaxy AI features that we first saw on the Galaxy S24 series. So if you want a Samsung phone with great value, this is it. Okay, another interesting phone that I want to talk about is the Xiaomi 14 CV. I had big hopes with this phone since it combines a powerful performance with a triple camera setup that includes a tele lens. And then there are all those Leica optimizations built into. I have personally seen and loved what Xiaomi and Leica's partnership is capable of on the more expensive Xiaomi 14 Ultra. However, the Xiaomi 14 CV's cameras really did not wow me as much as I thought they would. Because after testing it out, inconsistent is how I would describe its cameras the best. I managed to capture some amazing landscapes and portraits and low-light photos with the Xiaomi 14 CV, but at the same time, some of its images look like this. Sometimes weirdly hazy, sometimes a little too oversaturated, and sometimes a little too contrasty. That being said, it actually shoots nice looking videos with good stabilization, good colors, and good exposure control. It has a nice bright 12-bit OLED display, a nice set of stereo speakers, good battery life, and perfectly reliable everyday performance. Just don't expect it to handle tough games very well despite its capable Snapdragon chip, because its thin and light design means this is not meant to be a gaming phone in any way. Okay, so let me talk about the final phone in the best phone under 40,000 rupees. It's the Nothing Phone 2. I understand this isn't a new phone and it isn't the best at anything. It also does not have the best cameras, the best display, the best performance, or the best battery backup out of all the other phones I have here. But what the Phone 2 nails instead is the collective overall smartphone experience. Its Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 gets me through my day just fine. It feels fast, it feels smooth, and the absolute state of dependability I get with Nothing OS is not something most other phones can match, to be honest. Okay, so there you have it, guys. Those were my top picks for the best phones under 40,000 rupees in India right now. And whether you're looking for something to game on, something with great cameras, or something else, I hope you have a clear idea now about which phone is right for you. I will be coming up with similar buy guide videos pretty soon, so make sure you are subscribed to our channel if you don't want to miss out. Till then, I am Pratima and I will see you in my next video.